Wow, look what I get to wake up to.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com, MikeKollin.com. Alright, remember, please subscribe if you haven't already. This video is going to be about you're too sensitive. Actually, no, you're not. That is a narcissistic trick to make you put up with their abuse. And I'm going to make it so crystal clear in this video and the next video that you will realize what they're doing is they're manipulating you and they're tricking your mind into believing you're too sensitive. Actually, you're not sensitive enough. And watch this. So I've got some notes here. This is a really important thing. One of my gifts is to explain things in a way that you finally understand it and you get it. Like you see the light. Also, you're like, oh, see, you could hear this stuff. A lot of people can feed stuff like, oh, it's a trick that they use, and you're still going, what are you talking about? Because as an empath, we're always on the receiving end of you're wrong, you're bad, you're this, and oh, okay. So in someone telling you, well, don't do that. You know what? If that was the case, if it was that easy to walk up to people and say, oh, well, don't be sensitive, or don't listen to a narcissist, oh, boom, it's done, right? It's never. Your brain has to go, oh, I get it now. You have to have that aha moment. Otherwise, I could walk up to people on heroin and say, yeah, don't do heroin, it's bad for you. They'd be like, oh, it's bad for me? Oh, okay, I'll quit now. Everyone would get off heroin or any addictive drug, okay? So I'm going to look at my notes, so forgive me for that. But before we start this, let me kind of gather my breath, because this is an intense subject, and I got really fired up about this earlier today. And I wish I could have done the video earlier, but I had to run off and get some work done. So I'm going to slow down. This is going to help everything. Well, I'm actually burning it's called mountain sage. It's basically white sage. It's called mountain sage, okay? Let us slow this thing all the way down, okay? Alright. I'm going to light my favorite candle. Again, it's from my friend Mark. Thank you very much. One of his many gifts for Christmas. I love this candle. It has like a light men's cologne smell to it. And we've got our crystal, our trusty crystal beneath the camera. I love this little crystal. Alright, here's the deal. You're too sensitive is a trap. They're trying to trap your mind, okay? Here's what I'm going to tell you. You're actually not sensitive enough, and this is what I mean. You're not actually listening to your body, to your intuition, to your gut feelings enough, okay? Okay, here's what. Okay, so let me. Sorry, I'm gonna look at my notes. This is why I don't like to look at notes, because it kind of throws me off. What's going on is you're actually not sensitive enough. You're not, because here's what happens. The more intuitive you become, you're gonna notice all you're changing is you're starting to actually go, wait, what's going on here? You're gonna feel anxiety or fear or bad feeling, like or something's confusing. Something's not right here. When you're dealing with a narcissist, this is going to be your saving grace. Learning how to feel what you're feeling and pay attention and notice. See, when people say you need to be more intuitive, like, what the fuck does that mean? It means notice what your body is feeling. Do you feel tight? Can you breathe deep? Is it uptight and you're stressed around this person? Notice that. That's your body fucking telling you when you're around this person, something's not right. When you get a lot of anxiety, when someone says something to you, right? You've got to start feeling. So listening to your intuition literally means, what is it that you're feeling in your body? You might have some internal dialogue. A song, a phrase from a song might pop up out of the blue. It's trying to tell you something. This isn't magical. This is your unconscious mind talking to you. We can't take it to the level of spirit, but I want to leave it at a common sense level right now. Your unconscious mind has gathered all this information. So all of a sudden, like a song that I get in my head a lot is, I can see clearly now I can't remember the rest of the words, but I can see clearly now. That's usually a sign for me going, hey, this is a really good thing that's going on right now. But I'll also have things, like negative songs come up when I'm dealing with something. And I'm like, why is that phrase in my head? And then I'll start paying attention. Oh, this person's playing mind games, okay? What I'm telling you is you're not sensitive enough, meaning you need to start feeling what your body's feeling. You need to start paying attention to what your body is telling you. the feelings, the tightness of the chest, the tightness of the solar plexus, or the relaxation, it could be a good feeling. Like, notice that, well, my body relaxes when I'm around this person. Your body is 93% of your intelligence. That's what most people don't know it. Your memories and information is stored inside your muscle. It's called muscle memory. That's where your memories are stored, or in your body. You need to start paying attention to that, okay? Okay, so here's literally what the narcissists, are telling you. When they say you're too sensitive, it's a trick. They're telling you, don't be sensitive. Numb yourself so you don't listen to your body, right? So here's what they do. When you're like, dude, that was mean. That freaking hurt. Why did you? Oh, you're too sensitive. And they'll pull that bullshit on. Here's what they're saying. Don't pay attention to that pain that you're feeling right now. Ignore it. In fact, what they're now saying, they're punishing you, saying, oh, you're being weak. You're being a wimp. So the next time you start picking up on your intuition, you get some feeling, you go, oh, that's, I'm too sensitive. Do you get it? They're teaching you, and I have the notes here, to not pay attention to your emotions and your feelings. And here's the other thing that the narcissist is telling you. They're basically saying, don't listen to your feelings. Don't listen to your intuition. Let me abuse you. That's what they're saying. Man, the next video, I already made that video. I did it when I was driving home, and I was so inspired. That's going to blow you away on what I just said. They're saying let them abuse you. The next video is going to blow you away. I promise you. And it's all natural. There's no notes on that one. All right, here's another thing that narcissists are telling you. Here's another thing narcissists are telling you. When they're saying you're too sensitive, they're telling you, they're basically setting up to where they're saying, well, that they can hurt you, that's okay, right? They're also saying that you can't hurt them, because if anyone's dealt with a narcissist, they are the most sensitive people on the planet. You could just be sitting there eating lunch and they'll flip out over something. You're like, what are you mad about? Well, I was thinking that you were thinking that this, this about me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just sitting here eating breakfast, right? They are unbelievably sensitive. That's something you have to start seeing. They are the most overly sensitive people on the fucking planet. And here's the deal. They don't want to deal with their sensitivity. They just want to tell you to go numb while they flip out on every little thing that you do because they're so goddamn overly sensitive. All right, so here's another thing. So they're telling you that they can hurt you. They're setting it up to where, you're too sensitive. In other words, let me abuse you. Let me hurt you some more. They're also telling you that you can't hurt them. They're also saying that they can be sensitive, but you can't. Screw that. Whoever made up these rules, tell them they can shove it up their, they can shove it, they can flush it down the toilet, let's put it that way. Now, they're constantly, repeatedly saying to you, you're too sensitive, you're too sensitive, you're too sensitive, while they continue to abuse you for years, months, or for months and years, and even a lifetime, until you are a complete emotional wreck. Until you're insecure, you're shy, you're nervous, you're overweight, can't function in society, you're unhealthy. Okay, they're doing this on purpose so they can control everything about you, so they can ruin you. They take away your power, but they really only take it away if you let them. If you confront them on their shit, like if next time a narcissist says, "Oh, you're too sensitive," flip them the bird, give them the finger right in their fucking face, and say, "Fuck you." You think I'm kidding? You need to shove it in their face. All right. The thing I highly recommend: cut them out of your life. Get rid of them. Completely get rid of them. Block them on your phone, block them on your emails, block them on your social media, and on and on. So here's the deal. Number one, they enjoy doing this to you. And that's the thing that I think a lot of you don't understand is like, they know exactly what they're doing. They're setting it up to where they can abuse you. That's why they constantly, oh, you're too sensitive, you're too sensitive. They get to the point where they're taking a freaking knife, shoving it in your gut, and when you scream, they're like, oh, you're too sensitive. See, they start out with little things, and then it's a little bigger, and it's a little bigger, and it's a little bigger, because it's like hypnotic. They're basically, you're too sensitive, to the point to where no matter what they do to you, you're thinking, oh, I'm being too sensitive. It's like, dude, wake the fuck up. So number one, they enjoy doing this to you. Number two, there's no reasoning with them because they don't care about you. They don't care about your happiness. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care if they're hurting you. You have to understand that. They don't have empathy for other people. They have empathy for themselves, but not for you. All right? Supply. Okay, here's the thing. when you are hurting, when you are like suffering and they're hurting you and, oh, you're too sensitive, you've been playing that little game with you and it makes you frustrated, it's called supply. When they hurt you in any way, when they argue with you, that's why you shouldn't argue with them, is because arguing is another way for them to get supply. What they're doing is they're draining your energy. They're getting emotional fuel from you and it makes them feel great. This is why it says there's no reasoning with them. That's number 2. So don't argue with them. Number 3, like I said, this is supplied to them. This is how they get their energy. This is called their source. This is their fuel source, and it makes them feel great. In other words, the reason why number 2 is there's no reasoning with them is because number 3, this is how they get their fuel. It makes them feel great to hurt you. This is why, another reason why there's no reasoning with them. Just leave, get out. Number 5, get away. Number 5, and I put number 1 next to it because it really is number 1, is get away. Discover your happiness. And that's one thing that happens when you leave a narcissist. You start to get your power back. You start the longer you can get away from a narcissist, and this is why they say go no contact. No contact means nothing. If they knock on your fucking door, you don't answer it and you call the police and have the police get rid of them. Tell the police you're afraid of this person. Tell you police that you've told them to never, ever, ever to come back. Don't have contact, because it's like an addiction. The further and longer you can get away from them, the more your mind opens up again and you can see them. Here's technically what they do to you. They make you get so extreme left brain, which makes your pupils get smaller and narrow, and you're looking down this little tube, and therefore you can't see the manipulation. Because if you can learn how to open back up, which technically a portion of that would be peripheral vision, there's more to it. I'm not going to explain it right now. It's something that I can coach you through. It's something that I've been doing for 30 years, is teaching people how to open up. Because when you open up and see the bigger picture, now you can see them crystal clearly for who they are. And they're not nice, okay? Okay, here's one of the things, number 7. One of the things that happens when you leave the narcissist, truly leave them, is you start finding your power. I don't know how to explain this. It's like you start to notice, like, hey, walking away is actually powerful. Blocking people is actually powerful. Saying no is actually powerful, and you start to feel good about yourself, all right? So you learn to see your power. It's always been there. You just didn't employ it. It's like you had this cannon on your ship and you never fired it off when those other ships were shooting at you. Shoot back. Learn to say no. Have barriers. Walk away. That's number 8. So here's the last page. Hurt people hurt people. I've been teaching for years self-love. Here's why. When you can truly fall in love with yourself and you have this bond, this emotional connection and this compassion for yourself, and you protect yourself from narcissists and other bad people. This spirit inside you starts to feel good. It starts to glow. And what that does, that attracts better people with better energy into your life, okay? Here's the other thing. When you start defending yourself and protecting yourself, when someone comes up with bad intentions and you start picking up on it, you're like, dude, get out of it. Like, no, get away from me. You start telling people that. You start saying that. You start picking up on things a lot faster instead of getting abused for months and months and even years. You say, no, get out of here, right? And when you do that, that little thing inside starts to smile. So let's go back to hurt people hurt people. People that are hurt inside strike out at other people and they hurt everyone around them. People who have self-love love other people. Whatever you have inside is what you give to other people. That's life. If you're cold and you feel cold, they're going to feel cold. If you're warm and loving, they're going to feel that when they come around you. It's really simple. This is why you need to get away from hurt people. It's not your job to fix them, and it's not your job to let them hurt you. It is not your job, and that is not love. Letting someone hurt you in the name of love, and they're like, oh, well, I love you. If they're hurting you, that's not love. They're lying to you. Even if they don't know they're lying, I'm telling you, do not let people do that to you. Again, walk away. That is your job. You know what your job is? When you get around abusive, toxic people, your job literally is to get away from them. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I'm a highly certified and trained life coach, personal development coach, NLP trainer, master hypnotherapist. Master practitioner of timeline therapy, certified Reiki, Huna, pranic healing, HNLP, and a bunch of other stuff. I've been doing this for 3 decades. I'm really good at helping people to heal. I'm also really good at helping people to open their eyes and see what's going on. Hey, click that subscribe if you haven't already clicked subscribe. And remember, click that like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you and good luck. The next video, you're going to love it. I promise you. It's a video I made naturally. I got inspired. I was in my car, just grabbed my cell phone. So it's going to be kind of a little bit herky-jerky. So it wasn't that bad. But the message in there is really good. It has to do with this. But it's a lot shorter. It's a lot quicker. God bless you guys.